Forget everything you think you know about travel. This isn't your typical paradise postcard or glossy brochure. Timor-Leste is a raw, untamed masterpiece, a place where the past and future collide in wild, beautiful chaos. It's a country that refuses to be boxed in by expectations, where every corner pulses with stories that refuse to be forgotten. Here the air hums with resilience, the people walk between shadows of history and the dawn of a bold new identity, and the landscape, rugged mountains, endless seas, and vibrant streets, invites you to dive deeper than any guidebook dares to go. This is not just a travel destination, it's a living, breathing travel documentary unfolding in real time. From women whose strength dazzles in silence, to languages that dance across generations like poetry, from festivals that explode with unfiltered passion, to sacred houses rising against the mist. Timor-Leste will challenge how you see the world. It's a place where every sip of coffee carries the weight of centuries. Every street echoes with laughter and survival, and every passport holds the promise of freedom beyond borders. Ready to stop scrolling and start experiencing? Prepared to step off the beaten path and into a story so raw, so powerful, it will stay with you long after the screen goes dark. Welcome to Timor-Leste, a secret the world hasn't fully dared to uncover yet. Let's uncover it together. Number 1. The captivating women of Timor-Leste. Timor-Leste's women possess a quietly magnetic allure that captivates not just the eyes, but the soul. A perfect harmony of sun-kissed skin glowing under the tropical sun, deep, soulful eyes that seem to carry stories from generations past, and gentle, warm smiles that leave an unforgettable impression. Their beauty is far beyond mere appearance. It's woven tightly with strength, resilience, and an unshakable sense of culture. Imagine them walking gracefully in vibrant, traditional sarong skirts, scarves wrapped with an artistry only passed down through time, presenting a style that stands uniquely apart from anywhere else in Southeast Asia. This travel documentary dives deep beneath the surface to reveal these women as the very heartbeat of their communities. Steadfast farmers, passionate keepers of cultural heritage, and increasingly empowered leaders shaping political landscapes. Nearly 40% of the country's parliamentary seats are held by women, a remarkable figure for Southeast Asia, highlighting their growing influence and determination to blend cherished traditions with bold, modern ambitions. Yet behind the confident exterior lies a nuanced reality. Arranged early marriages are still widespread, often prioritizing family customs and dowries over personal choice and love. However, this travel documentary chronicles a powerful wave of change. Education, global connectivity, and access to foreign languages like Tedum, Portuguese, and English are unlocking new horizons. Today's young Timorese women walk proudly in multiple worlds, forging new paths where love, independence, and self-determination thrive. Can you picture meeting a woman whose eyes reflect centuries of rich history, but whose spirit dances freely with modern dreams? What traits do you think make a woman unforgettable in a travel documentary that celebrates both heritage and courage? Number 2, the language mosaic of Timor-Leste. Step into Timor-Leste and you immediately find yourself enveloped in a rich, complex mosaic of languages, a living tapestry where centuries of history, cultural depth, and vibrant modern life intertwine in a seamless, almost poetic dance. Tidum, the island's most widely spoken native language, pulses like the rhythmic heartbeat of a deeply rooted tradition. It carries the wisdom of elders, the melodies of folk songs, and the unbroken thread of community stories passed down through generations. In the soft cadence of Tedum, you can hear echoes of a people who have preserved their identity through thick and thin. Layered on top of this foundation is Portuguese, a graceful and enduring legacy of over 4 centuries of colonial influence. Portuguese is not merely a remnant of history, it is a bridge connecting Timor-Leste to the wider Lusophone world, stretching from Brazil to Mozambique and beyond. Imbuing the nation with a unique elegance and a global dimension. Alongside these, Indonesian and English weave through daily life, especially among the younger generation, eager to embrace education, commerce, and global connection. The result is a multilingual symphony that flows effortlessly, whether in bustling street markets alive with chatter or in the formal corridors of government buildings where policy and diplomacy unfold. This travel documentary reveals that language in Timor-Leste is far more than communication. It is a powerful declaration of identity, a form of resistance against erasure, and a vital tool for survival. It is the medium through which a young nation reclaims its story, asserting its place on the world stage, while welcoming diverse influences. Multilingualism here is not a burden, but a source of empowerment, opening doors to opportunity, understanding, and unity. Conversations can shift mid-sentence, blending tongues like fluid brushstrokes on a canvas, painting stories that are vibrant, complex, and uniquely Timorese. If you could master one language to unlock the deepest secrets of any culture, which would you choose? How do you believe the magic of language shapes the way we connect with people and experience stories in a travel documentary? Share your thoughts, because every language is a gateway to a new world waiting to be discovered. Number 3, Timor-Leste's vibrant festivals and cultural pride. There are few places on Earth where celebration is such an unfiltered, raw expression of identity as in Timor-Leste. Their festivals are not merely events, they are immersive experiences bursting with color, rhythm, and meaning that ripple through every street and village. Imagine Carnival d'Amor, held in the heart of Dili, transforming the city into a grand stage where the pulse of tradition beats loud and proud. This vibrant festival is a living travel documentary showcasing a kaleidoscope of costumes painted in fiery reds, radiant yellows, and deep blues, while drums pound fiercely and dancers move with an energy that rivals even the world-famous Rio Carnival. But beneath the spectacle lies a powerful story of resilience, a young nation proclaiming its identity with pride and joy after centuries of struggle. Yet Timor-Leste's festival spirit isn't only about grand city celebrations. Off the coast, Ataro Island hosts a festival of a different kind. Quiet, soulful, and deeply connected to the earth and sea. The Ataro Island Festival unfolds like a travel documentary scene straight out of a dream, where indigenous melodies played on traditional guitars mingle with the natural soundtrack of crashing waves and whispering winds. This is a celebration where culture and conservation entwine. Participants engage in beach cleanups and plant trees alongside performances of ancestral songs, reminding everyone that their heritage depends on nurturing the land and ocean that sustain them. The festival is a living testament to a people who honor their past while fiercely protecting their future. When you think about diving into a new culture, do you crave the explosive energy of a massive street carnival? or the intimate connection of a small island gathering steeped in nature and history? Which type of festival would inspire you to dance till dawn and lose yourself in a travel documentary's magic? Tell me your favorite. Number 4, the sacred Lulik, Timor-Leste's spiritual pillars. High in the mist-draped mountains of Timor-Leste stand the Lulik, sacred houses that rise majestically like arrows piercing the sky. These wooden masterpieces, built entirely by hand, with no nails, only carefully carved joints and bound palm leaves, embody the spiritual soul of Timorese communities. This travel documentary takes you on a journey into these revered spaces where entry is reserved for clan chiefs and shamans who carry the weighty responsibility of performing ancient rituals. These rituals honor ancestors, seek blessings for good harvests, and protect the village's health and harmony, weaving a sacred thread between the living and those who came before. Reaching an Lulik is an experience steeped in awe. The path winds through untouched forests and terraced fields, each step echoing with history. The craftsmanship of the houses is breathtaking. Every carved beam, woven palm roof, and joined timber speaks volumes about a culture that honors balance, patience, and respect for nature. These houses are living relics, breathing life into ancient customs that survive against the tide of modernization. During festivals, the villages gather around the Lulik, where songs, dances, and stories fill the air, binding people to their roots and to one another in a shared identity. Watching these ceremonies unfold is witnessing a travel documentary's most profound moments, where culture isn't just preserved, but vibrantly alive. Have you ever been to a place where tradition isn't just remembered but truly felt? Where every stone, every breath carries the spirit of generations? Which spiritual or cultural sites in travel documentaries moved you so deeply they stayed with you forever? Share your most unforgettable experiences. Number 5, Timor-Leste's coffee, the rich flavor of tradition and wilderness. Imagine waking up in the cool, misty highlands of Timor-Leste, the air filled with the intoxicating aroma of freshly roasted coffee. This isn't just any coffee, it's a brew born from one of the world's last untamed frontiers, where wild forests cradle coffee plants that thrive with minimal human interference. Timor-Leste's coffee is a living testament to nature's raw beauty and human perseverance, an exquisite blend of strength and subtlety that awakens not just your senses, but your connection to the land. Packed with one of the highest caffeine contents on Earth, this coffee carries a bold, complex flavor profile, a rich tapestry woven from earthy tones, hints of wildflowers, and a smoky finish that tells stories of volcanic soils and ancient cultivation methods. This travel documentary ventures deep into the lives of the farmers, guardians of this precious heritage, who handpick each ripe cherry during the harvest season from November to April. Their hands move with reverence, treating every berry like a treasure, ensuring only the best beans make the long journey to global markets. Ironically, much of Timorese coffee finds its way into the hands of international giants like Starbucks, hidden behind exotic names that veil its humble origins on this rugged island. Yet back home, locals savor their daily cup for less than $1. A strong, soulful experience that hits with the force of the island's volcanic spirit. The travel documentary captures the intimate bond between people and land. How coffee isn't just a crop, but a culture, a livelihood, and a beacon of hope. It's a story of resilience through decades of hardship, of communities united by their love for this dark elixir that fuels their mornings and dreams. Every sip connects you to centuries of tradition and the wild heartbeat of Timor-Leste itself. When you travel, how do you experience coffee? Simply as a drink or as a portal into a culture's soul? Have you ever tasted a brew so unique it shifted your entire perception of a place in a travel documentary? What's your most unforgettable coffee moment that lingers long after the last drop? Number 6, adventure sports, nature's playground in Timor-Leste. For adrenaline junkies and nature lovers alike, Timor-Leste is a hidden gem, a pristine playground bursting with heart-pounding adventures that stir the soul and ignite the senses. This travel documentary plunges you headfirst into the exhilarating worlds of scuba diving, mountain biking, and surfing, set against the backdrop of some of Southeast Asia's most untouched and breathtaking environments. Off the eastern islands, dive sites unveil underwater kingdoms where hammerhead sharks glide gracefully through crystal-clear waters. Curious sea turtles explore vibrant coral gardens. And an explosion of marine life paints the ocean floor with dazzling colors. With saltwater crocodiles confined mostly to the southern seas, these diving spots offer both thrilling encounters and a reassuring sense of safety, like secret whispers shared only between you and the wild. On land, the winding mountain trails of Mobis and Ramelau call out to cyclists hungry for rugged climbs and adrenaline-fueled descents through lush, verdant forests. For about $70, 0 cents a day, renting a bike here means embracing the challenge of winding passes, each pedal stroke rewarded by sweeping panoramas that leave you breathless in the best way. Meanwhile, the calm coastal waters around Dili invite those seeking a gentler thrill to try sup kayaking or surfing, where gliding across mirror-like surfaces at sunset becomes a moving meditation. Adventure blended effortlessly with serenity. If you had to choose between diving into an underwater world alive with creatures beyond your imagination or conquering mountain roads that test your limits, which would steal your heart? What kind of adventure would turn your travel documentary into an unforgettable journey? Tell us what sets your spirit racing and your soul free. Number 7, the colorful chaos of Timor-Leste's streets and transportation. Imagine stepping straight into a vivid travel documentary where the very streets pulse with stories, painted in blazing colors, thunderous rhythms, and an energy so contagious it feels alive. Timor-Leste's roads are no ordinary pathways. They're a chaotic symphony of daily life, a swirling dance of movement and sound. Motorbikes dart through narrow alleys like living arrows, expertly weaving between overloaded bicycles, precariously balancing fragile cargo, and three-wheeled carts groaning under the weight of goods destined for bustling markets. Yet the true stars stealing the show are the micro-lets. minibuses transformed into vibrant rolling discos. These vehicles flash neon lights that cut through the tropical dusk while music blasts so powerfully it reverberates deep within your chest. Each journey is less about getting from point A to B and more like hopping aboard a spontaneous street party that rides the heartbeat of the nation itself. The roads may be rough, pocked with potholes, dirt trails, and wooden bridges that creak and shake as vehicles pass. But locals navigate these challenges with effortless grace and an infectious joy. That's impossible to ignore. Watching a motorbike overloaded with sacks of produce, a whole family squeezed into a tiny vehicle, or seeing passengers break into dance right inside a microlet is like witnessing resilience and celebration collide. In the most beautiful way. This travel documentary captures the vibrant beauty of imperfection, where daily hardships are met not with despair but with humor, ingenuity, and bursts of vivid color. It's a reminder that life, no matter how messy, can still be dazzling. When you travel, do you seek out the raw, electric chaos of vibrant, noisy streets that throb with life? Or do you prefer the calm certainty of smooth, quiet rides? Would you dive headfirst into the wild energy of a microlet to truly soak up local life, or stick to safer, quieter transport? What's the most unforgettable transportation experience that has ever grabbed your heart and stayed with you long after, in a travel documentary or your own adventure? Number 8, Dili, a capital of calm coastal charm. Dili, Timor-Leste's capital, defies all the typical expectations of a bustling urban center. Instead of cacophony and crowds, you're greeted by the gentle lull of the ocean and mornings painted in soft golden light. This travel documentary invites you to slow down and savor Dili's unhurried pulse. Locals nestle into roadside cafes, savoring thick, aromatic coffee, while time-worn motorbikes weave carefully through lively markets bursting with fresh fish, vibrant vegetables, and handcrafted treasures glowing under the sun. A leisurely walk takes you to Arabrona Beach, where tranquil waters stretch like a mirror, inviting you to swim, gather shells, or simply lose yourself in the quiet embrace of the sea breeze. Towering above, the 27-meter statue of Jesus Christ stands as a guardian over the city and bay, a beacon of faith and hope. The climb up the winding hillside steps to its base is rewarded by sweeping views of endless blue waters dotted with traditional fishing boats, casting nets in an age-old rhythm that ties the city to the ocean's pulse. These moments, so rich with serenity and meaning, make this travel documentary scene unforgettable, a harmony of nature, culture, and spirituality. What city vibe speaks to your soul? Buzzing streets alive with energy or peaceful coastal calm? Have you ever been surprised by a capital city's unexpected charm in a travel documentary? What place made you want to stay longer? Number 9, Timor-Leste's passport, a key to the world. Don't let Timor-Leste's small size fool you. This young nation wields a passport with surprising global clout, a true golden ticket to the world's most coveted destinations. This travel documentary unveils how centuries-old ties with Portugal have given Timorese citizens the remarkable privilege to roam visa-free across the entire Schengen area for up to 90 days. A freedom many larger, more established countries can only dream of. It's a passport that unlocks borders with ease and invites exploration without cumbersome barriers. Meanwhile, travelers from the US and numerous other nations find arrival in Timor-Leste refreshingly effortless, thanks to simple visa-on-arrival policies that welcome spontaneous adventurers with open arms and minimal paperwork. But this ease of movement represents far more than just convenience. It is a powerful symbol of Timor-Leste's growing openness, ambition, and desire to weave itself firmly into the global community. By embracing cultural exchange and encouraging tourism, the country knits its rich stories, traditions, and warm people into the broader fabric of international connection. For both locals and visitors, this passport stands as a reminder that exploration is not a barrier but a bridge. One that spans not just geographical borders, but cultural divides as well. As Timor-Leste continues to grow, so too do the opportunities for crossing frontiers, discovering new worlds, and sharing stories that only a travel documentary can fully capture. If you could hold a passport granting you unlimited, effortless access anywhere in the world, where would you choose to journey first? How does the freedom to travel shape the stories you're most eager to uncover in your next travel documentary? Share your dream destinations below. We're all travelers at heart. Number 10, Timor-Leste's living costs. Expect the unexpected. Though Timor-Leste may be one of the smallest and youngest countries on the map, its cost of living tells a surprisingly complex story, one that could easily rival many mid-size American cities. This travel documentary peels back the layers of everyday life in Dili, revealing a fascinating blend of affordability and unexpected expense that challenges assumptions. Renting a modest one-bedroom apartment in the heart of the city might set you back anywhere from $500 0 to well over $1,000 0 per month, a figure that places it in the same league as some urban centers in the United States. Meanwhile, local culinary delights offer a taste of tradition at wallet-friendly prices. Meals from bustling street stalls and cozy eateries can range from just $3 0 to $5 0, satisfying both hunger and budget alike. Yet the charm of affordable local living is balanced by the premium cost of imported goods. Items shipped from Australia or Indonesia can double your grocery bill, turning everyday shopping into a careful dance between embracing local produce and craving familiar comforts from abroad. Transportation tells a similar tale of contrast. Hopping on a microlet costs a mere 25 cents per trip, making it an accessible choice for most, while renting a private car comes with a hefty $70 0 daily price tag, not to mention fuel costs that hover around $5 0 per gallon. This travel documentary segment shines a light on a nation where simple pleasures intertwine with the realities of a developing economy, painting a picture of resilience, adaptation, and balance. Would you be intrigued enough to settle in a place where tradition and modernity collide in such unexpected ways? Or would you prefer to savor Timor-Leste as a captivating travel destination? What surprises have you encountered about living costs in far-off lands featured in travel documentaries that changed your perspective on life abroad?